This is the day I'm going to take my guns. I'm going to shoot a whole lot of people. I just don't understand it. G'day friends, this is Mr. Kiwi Rider. I'm out on Mrs. Kiwi Rider's bike tonight. I went to take the street bulb out tonight. I discovered that the battery was flat, or at least I'm hoping the battery was flat. I've got it on the charger. I just had to get out tonight to try and clear my head and make sense of what happened in Christchurch here in New Zealand last Friday. 50 people were killed praying in a mosque. Our media here in New Zealand's been wonderful in lifting up the fallen and the families of the fallen. But I know there'll be a lot of places, a lot of media outlets that will make the headlines read 50 Muslims dead, or words like that. And they were Muslim, they were worshipping, they were praying in their own mosque, going about their business. Sadly, in this world we live in, hearing that will make some people think, oh well, they're Islam, they're terrorists, or they're the devil, or they're bad people. Racism and casual racism in this world has started to make even the everyday person kind of think that Muslims are terrible people. But the reality is that these people that died while they were going about their business were people just like you and I. They were mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, sons, daughters, children. They had jobs like you and I. Couriers, teachers, engineers. These were people like you and I. We're people. 50 people dead. And again, we live in a world where we're almost used to this sort of thing, which is so tragic. We hear about it so often, very, very little in New Zealand, but we hear about it so often that it can be easy for it to become the norm. But 50 people died, 50 people were killed. It's not normal. Normal would be those 50 people living out a peaceful life and dying warm and safe in their own beds. Definitely not normal how they died. And I don't want to ever convince myself that it's normal everyday stuff. My heart goes out to the families, friends, loved ones, in fact, everybody that's been affected by this tragedy and tragedies like it around the world. And let's be honest, The people affected aren't just the families, aren't just the friends, aren't just the loved ones. The people affected are you and I. Every time something like this happens, we get a little bit more shell-shocked, a little bit more dead inside. We suffer. The thing of it is, we're also the ones that have quite an amount of power to stop this sort of thing, to stand up against the casual racism that we see in everyday life, the placards that people hold up that read things seemingly benign like Islam, not my religion. No, it's not your religion, but it's someone's religion. And just like any religion, any belief, there's the people that ruin it for the others. But in general, most religions are religions of peace. And even though the words Islam, not my religion, seem benign, the message that they convey to certain people maybe in society is a powerful one, because it breeds bigotry. What it says is not Islam, not my religion. What it says is any religion that is not my own, or any belief that is not my own, is wrong. It doesn't say that directly, but those fringe people in society, and sometimes not the fringe people, they see that and think it's okay to actually, it's okay to think white supremacist thoughts like I do. There's people holding up a placard denouncing a particular religion. Well, that's okay, I can think that, because they think that. And we don't say enough against it, we don't talk out about it. And it's tough to talk out. I know that. And I'm just as guilty as anyone for not saying and doing enough. Some would say the plague in our society, some people say, oh, this religion or that religion. But the plague in our society really is casual racism, casual bigotry against other people who are just going about their lives. And that's the kind of bigotry and racism and indifference that we have the ability to change in society. I genuinely believe we do. If you see casual racism, I guess try and have the courage to say something against it. Try and have the courage to talk about it amongst your friends, amongst your peer group, amongst your family. Try and lift up those people who are different. Try and talk about differences in a positive light to your children. Try and allow your families to mingle with people of other faiths, other beliefs, other skin colours, other age groups. These people that died were you and I. They were just people going about their daily lives. It's tough for me. I just don't understand it. How someone can wake up one morning and think, well, this is the day I'm going to take my guns. I'm going to shoot a whole lot of people. I just don't understand it. And I'm sure it's said every time something like this happens, but please, let it not be in vain. For what has happened now can't be undone. but I genuinely believe we can change the future. I genuinely believe we have the ability to change the future, even if it's just one person at a time.